Microphones and Monsters is a Creative Typo production. Special thanks to Meade and Patrick T. Arsenault, our executive... Microphones and Monsters is a Creative Typo production. Microphones and Monsters is a Creative Typo production. Special thanks to Meade. Special thanks to Meade and Patrick T. Arsenault, our executive... Why can't I finish the sentence? Microphones and Monsters is a Creative Typo production. I'm just doing it wherever. I'm just saying whatever I want, whenever I want to. What was the other thing that I had to read? Scroll, scroll, scroll. This is the interesting part. I'm recording now. So now that I'm recording, I can sit back here.
I'm recording now.
I'm also now recording.
Why is it so... Okay, there we go. That's why. I just need to adjust it slightly. It was coming in real low. I'm trying to make sure I don't run over a kitten as I roll my chair up. Oh, there we go.
That happens every time for you.
It doesn't want to hear it, Richard.
It is, in fact, tired of your shit.
All right, now I'm recording.
Everyone clap at 7:45.
Okay.
I am recording. Yes, and it's working. All right, let's clap at 30 seconds. No, I'm joking.
No, Jesus.
I wasn't going to do that again. Let's clap.
Man, I was on
45 seconds.
Okay.
45.
That's 5 more than 40.
Clap.
Clap.
And then we clap the hands like this.
Now, everybody clap your hand. Oh, what was it? Tommy
Everybody.
Strigley. Buddy, clap your hands.
Oh, I thought we were doing Revenge of the Nerds.
Come on,
Two hops,
everybody,
two hops.
clap your hands. Come on, everybody, clap your hands.
Come on, everybody, just give me a little clap. Come on,
Yeah, give me a little
everybody,
clap,
Just give me
yeah.
a little clap.
Tommy Strigley. All right, Max.
Oh, hi, yeah. Sorry.
Max?
There's tomfoolery happening behind me with kittens.
The tomfooler is supposed to be on Microphones and Morons.
It is happening on Morons, and it is also happening in real life behind me. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Morons April edition.
Hello.
2024.
Yes.
Because we've been doing this for several years.
I have in
You have
fact
to
been doing this for
distinguish
several
between
years.
the several
I have
Aprils.
not improved an
Several
iota,
years.
but I have been doing this for several years.
A few years. We're almost at a handful.
A handful.
When do we get to a chock full?
a chock? I've been doing podcasting for a chock full of years.
See, I'm waiting to get to a whole mess.
If that
A whole
if
mess.
if that's not padding your resume, I don't know what is.
A gaggle.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, we'll have done a whole mess of morons.
Mm-hmm. Speaking about a whole mess of faithful supporters, I think it's a whole mess. I don't know. We'll
That
find
was
out.
almost a transition.
It was almost. I would like to give I cannot see the names because it's right in front of the microphone. So we're going to move that right there. What is going on? Oh, crap. Hold on.
That was the sound of a terrified kitten.
Yeah, you'll have to excuse Max. He has fatherly duties
Yeah.
Put him down.
because he gave birth to kittens.
down. Little.
Oh, Mama Cat was trying to take off with the kittens again.
Little.
Fighting her.
Little. Put him down. Now.
What?
Ash, you can get up.
Meanwhile, the kittens are almost the same size as her at this point.
All right.
Hmm.
Hang up Fort Knox.
I saw kittens at the PetSmart today.
Fuck dogs.
A bunch of them were named after Guardians of the Galaxy characters. There was
Nice.
Yondu and Gamora, Nebula, and then there was one named Zoe.
They're like, we ran out of thoughts.
Excuse me,
Zoe it
everyone.
is.
I had to literally barricade myself to make sure that my cat was not trying to scatter the kittens we
Her
have in our
litter.
house to the four winds.
They know
So
we
you were
told them.
hurting cats?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Quite literally.
quite literally, yeah. There's just so much fun. Going back to
Summer-
people that are
summer.
also tons of fun. A special shout out to our patrons, Nurgle Jr.
Unsarcastically.
Nurgle
You
Jr..
killed me, man.
Sorry.
I'm
No,
trying.
continue. Sorry. Start over. That's fine.
Special shout out to our patrons, Nurgle Jr., Stephanie Rodriguez, Seamus Rodriguez, Chris with a K, a J, and an S, Papa Nurgle, Michael Cross, Lacey S, G, Chunky and Funky, Sarah C, Nari Kwok, Nick Mead, Jeffrey Lee, and of course, Patrick T. Arsenault. Thank you very much. We truly appreciate it. And thank
Gracias.
you for funding my efforts to make sure that I have an untimely death by kittens.
Thank you.
If you become like an executive producer level patron, we'll be able to afford more kittens.
Yes.
We'll commit to the watchmaxdie.com as I'm slowly scratched and
Yes.
devoured by kittens.
Can we get watchmaxdie.com
Yes.
as well?
I'll create like
And
miniature.
then it's just a webcam that points at him while he's at work.
Mhm.
And you just see the soul draining from him.
I was thinking of maybe creating like a Mr. Bill-esque representation of me, and then me just being destroyed by cats, and even doing like the old sounds. Oh no! Mr. Bill's an old reference.
Discord
Yeah,
cut
it
you
is.
off when you went into the high pitched
Yep.
voice. I couldn't even hear you.
Oh
Yep, did it again. Enjoy that, people who are listening who
Yeah.
can hear what Max said
That
because
means
they
I-
have direct access to his
Guys.
microphone feed.
Guys, that means I peaked.
Mm.
Yes, as did
It's
we
all downhill from there.
It's true.
about 15, 20 episodes ago.
Jeez. Oh no, did I close? No, I didn't. I didn't close the summary out. Ha! I'm up. But I can't see you guys now.
Excellent.
Shit. No. Wait. Hold on. Wait. There we go. Perfect.
Perfect.
I'm
The
prepared.
subtitle of this episode is Waiting for Max.
Waiting for Max.
All right. So last month ended with us. What I didn't review last month. I should have thought about
I
this
only
before I
reviewed
started.
this month.
Did some things, did some stuff.
Mercury's in retrograde?
Oh, last month ended with a nightmare from Izzodath.
That's right.
Where she learned how to do Mage Hand. But this month began with episode 28, part 9 of the Mutineer's Dilemma, where we wake up in the morning and we go get paid.
We got fucking cheddar.
So
Stacks
we
of
went
it.
up the mountain and we talked to the priests of Got and we delivered the Wicklemite despite our effort in the past, probably 15 episodes to not do that. We just handed it right over.
Yep.
For 1,500 gold, we got an extra 500 because they knew that our ship got broken and they felt bad because they're so nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It only
Very
costs some. No, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. Most of our friends being incarcerated.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we go back because we're going to go visit them and we're going to go speak up for them. And we get there and, whoever's at the front desk is like, hold on, let me go get my boss. And dude comes out, big old Captain Lothar Windsor with his fancy mustache. And he said, do you want to explain to me why your friends are gone? And we said,
Huh?
takes us into the cell that they were in, and the floor is broken up, and there's a big dirt area, where they dug through, and all the professional investigators were like, we don't know what could have happened.
We saw
so-
Michael Ironsides being carried away, and he grabbed Rico's heads. Do it, Rico. You know what to do. And then gets shot.
Right.
Yes. Oh, I'm just knocking him off the rails. This is great. I love this.
It's just gonna quote Starship Troopers for no reason.
Hell yes.
I mean, there's not no reason.
There's a hole in the
always
ground.
a
That is
reason.
all I needed.
We're trying to be professional.
I'm
I'm
failing.
failing.
Right. So Xerothin, Izzodath, and Rufus, I almost said Stephen, all were investigating the dirt spot, and Rufus found some blood on the wall and everything. Lucius was distracted by the drunk in the other cell, asking him questions and not getting very good answers.
We are also introduced to the new fan favorite character of this campaign, the drunk Zeb.
Zeb.
Played by
The most
Steele.
important character.
Yes, played by me. I just started screaming drunken nonsense into the microphone, and Adam rolled with it.
I mean,
I
that's
love it
usually
when
how
y'all
it works, isn't it?
take over background NPCs that, yeah.
Well, good, because it happened a bunch in this episode. We left after we investigated to go talk to Lothar in his office so that if plot events could happen. And then the next, he's like, oh, if we hear a scream, and he's like, oh, if you guys want to clear your name, come back to the cell we were just at with me and my axe. And he had a very fancy axe. And then we go in there, and the drunk is dead or dying, screaming. And I was doing some screaming. He's like, he's already torn apart. But I kept screaming anyway.
Drunken death throes.
The guard was dead, and there were two nasty ghouls there ready to battle us. And
On
so
Ghoul
we battled
Island, even.
Holy shit.
Yep.
The first appearance of ghouls in Ghoul Island is in episode 28.
What?
And it was like right after y'all got him to admit that like it could be ghouls.
Could be ghouls.
Yes. And so he's like, well, it could be ghouls, maybe. I didn't want to say it out loud. Oh, no, help me kill these ghouls.
Wait.
They murdered your friends.
I've spoken it into reality. Shit.
I was going to say, what if the ghouls are actually a figment of his imagination? We made him believe it was ghouls, and so they appeared.
Mm-hmm.
It was Lothar all along.
It was.
The plot thickens.
He manifests his worst fears. It's like that episode of every TV show that has the episode with like a little kid and he has nightmares, and they're real now, and they happen in a whole bunch of shows.
Somebody tell him that there's going to be a mountain of gold that destabilizes the economy of the island.
But that would be bad.
Oh, what if Zeb was crushed by a giant ice cream sundae? That would be terrible.
I can't breathe with ice cream. Ice cream in my lungs.
So anyway, we just wrecked the ever living shit out of the ghouls. It's not even a fight.
Oh yeah, we did it in a round.
Mhm.
Yeah, one round, and Lothar smashes it or cuts the last one in half for y'all.
Yeah, leaving us no one to question.
Right.
Hold on. Oh, and blood got on Rufus because I'm a mean man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is in the notes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is true.
It is a cruel and unforgiving universe.
I have to write how mean Adam is in various ways in the notes. Where did I write that? I did write it, right?
Mm-hmm. It's right under the line that says Izzodath throws her dagger and hits it right in the bolt hole.
Yeah, in the bolt.
In the bolt hole.
Right in the bolt hole.
And so after we murder these ghouls that murdered our friends, presumably,
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Mm.
yes,
If only we could take them prisoner and question them on their motives. It's very
right.
undue process like.
I don't think Xerothin
Well, they
would
did
allow
try to
that.
kill us.
I don't give a shit.
No,
I would
you wouldn't
have
have.
turned him into hamburger.
Speaking of, the following episode, we follow Lothar's guidance because he said, well, the only place that they could have come from if they dug through the floor is the hole with crap in it. And so we have to go down the toilet.
Down the privy hole.
And we were all excited about that.
Fair.
Yeah.
30 feet down into the toilet. And we discovered a pile of our friends' parts.
Pieces.
A pile
friend
of
parts.
Yes, a pile of crew parts. And at that pile are two large, hulking, domesticated
Ghasts.
underground gassed
Sewer
things.
donkeys.
Sewer donkeys.
Yeah. And Xerothin was first, and he begins to interrogate one of the ghasts by holding it by its neck so it can only gargle at him.
Yep.
Not that I think it was enunciating very well to begin with.
Y'all never gave it a chance.
Nope.
You never gave it a chance.
Where's Rachel?
Swear to me.
Maybe I should have done a terrible Batman voice instead of Xerothin voice.
Yeah, I mean, it's
There's
close.
time.
It's close.
It's close.
And the rest of us get down there after some, like, Abbott and Costello, what did you say? From Richard.
Get down here. No, stop. Okay, we'll
Okay.
come down there then.
Just get the hell down here.
Third base. And then Rufus is like, maybe we can ask these things and talk to them and be peaceful. And Xerothin was like, no. And then Max used an ace Cardic inspiration to just auto fail a persuasion check for me, even though it was more dramatic than anything. It wasn't necessary, but he did it anyway.
And I know we've talked about it before, but
right.
I try not to let y'all take each other's agency away.
Right.
So it's role play.
It was a character decision. He could have decided to be persuaded based on the strength of my check, but he wasn't forced to be.
Yeah.
But he guaranteed that he wasn't for no reason. And
Other than to
snaps
be
the
petty.
thing's neck and disappoints Rufus
To spite
greatly.
Rufus.
Yeah, Rufus was disappointed in him.
I am disappointed.
I'm not mad, just
I'm
disappointed.
just disappointed.
The other guest scoots away, jumps through the wall or whatever.
Do you think it did like a Scooby-Doo noise, like a shuffle noise before he ran off? Yes.
Yeah, and it just went through the wall like
Butter.
but yeah, I was gonna say that, but it went through the wall like butter. Butter doesn't go through the wall.
Yeah.
He went through the wall like he was a hot knife and the
Yes.
wall was butter.
butter.
Yes.
Butter. Yeah.
There
That
we
is
go.
the analogy.
And then it just
Perfect.
melted behind him. Like a
And,
vole.
like a lower pelican.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the thing.
That was
For
a
a
thing
while.
later. That was a running joke for like 2 sessions.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
tuned.
Xerothin and Rufus look through the pile of friends, and Lucius tries to figure out what killed them, just in case it wasn't the...
I mean, you never know. Like, gas are just going to eat stuff. Like, they might not have killed them. And they didn't.
It looks like they actually swallowed dynamite. The ghouls showed up later.
God, what a cover-up.
They took their nitroglycerin pills and then had a hiccup. That's not how it works.
It was all open and shut until we found the bright red gnome hat right next to the bodies. What kind of red herring is this?
You got some coins.
Yeah, a couple of coins.
Rufus got some coins, yes.
Yeah.
No, Xerothin took all the gold. I got the silver.
I don't think I even wrote it down either. I'll be perfectly honest.
You did?
I don't
I
remember
take
that.
whatever's gold, and I'm like, oh man, I'll just
So
write the
he
silver
took the gold
down.
and then just like threw it on the ground when you weren't
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah, he just didn't pay attention to
I
it.
just don't want Rufus to have this. Throws
Yes.
it down a well.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. These are my skipping monies, and I'll just throw them on puddles.
Lucius says a prayer over them, but
Yeah.
he's just like,
Something like that, anyway.
whatever you believed in, I hope it was okay for you.
It's the most non-committal prayer you've ever heard.
Exactly. Wait. Oh yeah, I wrote Xerothin asks if Lucius is going to say a prayer. Lucius explains he's spiritual, not religious. He also is just aware that the ghouls' behavior was unusual for ghouls. They don't normally kill people and eat them fresh. They normally wait around a little bit after the people are already dead. So it's it's not common.
Yeah.
Fans of the previous campaign would know this extensively.
We did go over that a few times.
Yeah.
A couple. It was relevant for like 1 or 2 episodes. As Xerothin and Lucius make their way back up, because this whole time, for the most part, Rufus has been in Izzodath's backpack, so he doesn't have to walk in the filth, 3 inches away from it. And Izzodath gets all upset and goes over and touches a piece of nebby, has a crazy flashback.
A nubby?
No.
Yes, a nubby of Nebby. There was like a burning force, whatever. That
Malevolon Creek.
Sarah and Adam know what it is. I don't remember. She has a twin, and then she also knows that she can cast Shillelagh, but she casts plant growth in the moment on the pile of bodies. So it's a grotesque pile of bodies with pretty flowers on it.
I know what'll make this better.
There, much better.
So much better.
They look so much peaceful with all the plant growth coming out of the various orifices that they used to have. That's good.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. I imagine it was
orifices are
like
left?
terrifying just watching the stuff grow through their holes.
Yeah.
That was
Why
a
does it have
phrase
to
we
grow
have.
out of their holes?
That's
They're
a
already
phrase we
in
have.
parts.
It's
Yeah,
always
because
on
there's so many
audio.
parts. There's a bunch of holes.
I just thought it grew on their skin and stuff, like just on top of them.
Nah.
Yeah, their
No, it
skin
grew
is cut
out of
and
their
has holes in it.
holes.
They're
Like,
just chunks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The parts that aren't usually exposed, those are holes.
It's like two little daffodils are like coming out of like a nose.
Very
Yeah.
moist holes.
Nature is healing.
So to recap, a bunch of plant growth came out of their moist holes
Yes.
of their nubbies.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
I quit.
It's a good thing this isn't on YouTube because we'd be
Done.
demonetized by now.
Oh, we didn't
Would
say
that
anything
didn't-
bad.
yeah, would that get us demonetized?
That wouldn't get us
I don't know.
demonetized. Those are everybody gets around it by saying words like that.
Yeah, I like me a
Yeah.
good moist nubby hole. Let me tell you.
Anyway, we go back up the toilet, and Captain Sensa is upset that all of her crew that she hired is gone. She has to hire more crew.
And that's
And,
definitely the only reason she's upset.
Yeah,
That's
no,
it.
she was also
That's the
upset
only thing.
because she was friends with some of them and they were her responsibility and all that. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she's upset. She and Aiden want to get off this island. They don't want to stay here. So they're going to do that as soon as the ship is fixed. We're welcome to come with them, but we don't have to. She understands. She's going to pay all of us. It'll be great. She's going to cover our stay at the inn. And so it's good. It'll be a few weeks before the ship is fixed. Right after that, the Magister, Alwiggy something or other. I didn't write his other
Yeah,
name down.
Magister Alwiggy.
Comes-
Alwiggy, yeah, he did good.
Is it just Alwiggy? Is it just like Madonna? Or
That's
think
all
it
you
was just
know.
Alwiggy.
Like you don't know his
Okay.
full name. Yeah.
Okay. That guy comes in and he's like, what happened here? And we're like, this is what happened. He's like, no, that's unreasonable. Those aren't normal ghouls. It's something else. Bye. And he
Starved
leaves.
renegades.
You starved renegades.
Mm.
As if that changes the fact that ghouls did it.
Yeah.
And
Um,
leaves.
And he leaves. And then
And Lucius
we clean
continues
up.
talking.
And Lucius just continues to babble.
Speak out loud to no one in particular.
It wasn't
Old
babbling.
man stuff.
Like it was.
Rambling.
It
Made
was
sense.
coherent at
Yeah,
least.
it was coherent.
Okay, yes, he rambled instead of babbled. So it's a step up from this podcast.
Yeah.
But Lothar, after we wash up, because he didn't stay because we came out of the toilet, we wash up in the little basin in the jail and then go to his office. And he's like, look, I can't investigate this because my boss is a jerk. So come meet me in the bar later and I'll hire you to do it. And that's, what happens. So we level up to level 6.
Woo.
We find out a little bit more just from Sarah about whatever Izzodath is. I forgot and I didn't write it down. So Izzodath is a something or other, but she doesn't have a mask.
A cursed blood.
That's all we remember.
Curse blood.
Yep.
I listened to it, but you were going all these details and stuff, and I was
Without
trying
a
to build my
mask.
Lego bonsai tree, and so I wasn't
I
writing it all
understand.
down.
Just didn't have the attention span to pay attention.
I didn't. I mean, to be fair, in character, Rufus doesn't care. He loves you anyway. So,
It's like I like that nice plant lady.
yeah, a nice plant lady is nice. I imagine that like when we're sitting around, sometimes Rufus is just near your feet and like batting at your little vines.
Or
Call it a
climbing.
little flower bud.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be super fun. And so we get that information about Izzodath. If you want it, you can go to the beginning of episode 32, and it's right there. And then we go to the bar, and we order some drinks and go sit down with Lothar, and he says, I can't investigate. You can. I'll pay you. Also, you can go to the stockade, to the supply room. You can take whatever you need. It's not evidence to help you do it.
Yeah. He also gave y'all each a healing potion.
Yes, he did.
Yes, I did put that in the notes because, we're further along now, but I don't think we remembered that. So we've got
No,
at
I don't
least
think you
these
remembered
4
it either.
healing potions.
No, we
In
certainly
addition-
didn't.
No.
I forget who's holding them.
This
but-
will be important
You
later.
each have one.
Yeah.
He gave each of us one. So
Yes.
unless
Yeah.
you handed it to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I didn't hear it in the episode, but I feel like I would have. So let's just say I handed it to Lucius or something.
I think by default, like y'all just would have split it up. That's what I assumed. So
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how big the potion bottle is, and I only have so much room in my tiny
It's-
cat backpack.
little, but like y'all kind of skipped a little bit into the next scene, like where you just like go to the closet, the supply room.
The supply room closet. I wrote lots of things. Rufus found a Adam sang some song and said that if people can identify it, then he would sing the whole thing. So like go back and listen to episode 33
Yes.
and figure out what that is so that you can make him do that, please. I don't even understand what the reference is. So you guys figure it out. You the listener, and let us know, because there's no time limit on this. You can be listening to this 3 years
Shazam
later.
off limits?
I don't think it's like a official song anywhere, except for one
See,
place.
there you go. There's a hint, everybody. Use it.
I'm sure you could Google it. Just what I said and find it. No problem.
Probably. I did. I thought about doing that, and then I didn't do it. We have got the Rufus finds a fisheye in a bottle. It is a Cho-Cho oculus. Lucius explains it at great length because Lucius apparently knows a lot about the Cho-Cho.
Apparently. More on that later.
I spell Cho-Cho CHO-CHO, and no one can change my mind.
Choo choo.
I mean, it's close.
Cho-Cho?
Well,
Yeah, no,
no,
that's-
Choo-Choo would have 2 O's.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
it's slightly
but
different,
it's
yeah.
close. You're just missing a letter on both sides.
I don't know what that means.
It's TCHO.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I also have it written this way in my notes.
TCHO. Cho-Cho.
I'm sure he told us how to spell it, and I wasn't paying attention.
Choo choo on that
I
beat.
never did.
That's
I'm
why-
not sure if he told you or not.
He probably
I
did.
have to know these things because Lucius has to know these things.
Yeah.
Right, and I know nothing because Rufus knows nothing. It's wonderful.
Izzodath doesn't even know who she is, let alone anything else.
Yeah, but you know what Izzodath is.
Yeah. And the revelations on those things are terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like Daniel Day-Lewis. I'm method. So I just become an excitable, year-old cat when I play my character now. And it helps. It helps. I'm gonna win an Oscar.
I mean, he puts on the ears and everything. It's adorable.
No.
Paints on.
I don't do that.
Paints his face orange.
Don't
and
lie.
Puts on whiskers.
I
Dances,
can't
Whiskers.
face
dances,
paint. No.
dances down the stairs.
That's how they'll know you're lying. I cannot stand face paint. It freaks me out. I don't like it on other people. I don't like going to like festivals and stuff where they paint little kids' faces and little kids walks by with a butterfly on her cheek, and it freaks me out. I don't like face paint at all.
Mhm. And Mr. Mouse is just a mouse.
Just a normal mouse.
He is just a mouse. Mr. Mouse is just a mouse. You and I like metaphorically shook hands, at the beginning of the campaign. About this.
Don't let him lie to you.
What does that mean?
That means that I haven't seen Adam in person in a hot minute, and we didn't discuss that in person. And so we shook hands metaphorically over Discord.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Stop trying to make Mr. Mouse happen. It's not going to happen. So we leave the stockade, and then we encounter a very fancy ghoul named Upton.
The most
Mhm.
interesting
still don't
ghoul
know
in the
why.
world.
Yeah,
I still
loved
don't know
Upton.
why we encountered a very interesting ghoul named Upton.
Because
He
it's
had a
very
top hat and a
interesting.
monocle.
Yes.
He spoke like this, and ooh, I want to eat people, so I'm glad when they die.
He talked about
Yes,
he talked about looking at people like walking on the street and describing them as tasty baking morsels.
Yeah.
But of course,
Yes.
he would only eat the finest vintage corpses.
Yeah.
So we know it wasn't him that killed our friends.
Sure.
He rubbed his fingers and his thumb together a whole lot.
But Xerothin's voice in his head said he was familiar.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently this is Xerothin's like childhood best friend, and he was just like faking like he didn't know him because he's gotten all snooty and rich and
No.
something like that. Stay tuned and you'll find out a lot more about that.
I'll stay tuned because I don't even know about that yet.
It's familiar, Xerothin. You know this guy. He owes
He's
you
wearing
$20.
chinos. You love chinos, Xerothin.
Oh, how do y'all like the Xerothin head voice?
I like it.
Like
I like it.
It's
it's
pretty
good.
good.
the distortion on it. The
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
Makes
that,
them all
I think that
spooky.
works pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
It's unexpected because there's not really any other sort of altered voices
no.
in the show, and so it's very much it comes out, and you're like, oh, Xerothin's voice is talking to him,
Mhm.
instead of Adam is saying, Xerothin, because that's what we hear. It's like Xerothin,
I mean,
You know,
if you
could-
want a supernatural voice, you got to do something a little supernatural.
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, he didn't do like the what was it in the first campaign?
The green-eyed
little-
cat.
The
Mhm.
green-eyed cat. You
Yeah.
know, but
the
he
green-eyed
like,
cat was different though.
The Granite Cat was a little different.
He was green.
Alice
I mean,
Turner.
I don't really know what the deal is with Xerothin's voice, but I mean,
Yeah, I can't
I
tell
feel
y'all
like the
why
Green-Eyed
it's
Cat
different,
makes
but it is.
sense within the context of Alistair.
Mm.
No, yeah, it makes sense. Anyway, Upton. We agreed to share information if we found anything out with him or he found anything out for us. So maybe we'll see him again.
Very
Who
very
knows?
nice guy.
Nearest guy.
Super
We sent
nice.
him to the Albatross.
He's
not
on
to
the
be
up and up,
confused
so
with
to speak.
Pelicans.
The nice place.
Yes.
Not the shithole with
Yeah,
fleas.
the really, really nice place.
The really really nice place. Yeah.
Because obviously that's the only place that he would be able to
It's
stay.
like the only 3-story building in town.
The only thing above sea level.
And of course, he's probably getting that penthouse on the top floor.
Mhm.
Of course, of course.
You know Upton. Just what you're looking for. Anyway, we go to the house of some missing people.
The scary house.
The scary
The
house.
scary house.
Scary
I didn't
house.
write that down. I just wrote the house of the missing people.
It's like the
Um,
SCERRI, something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what you said it was before.
Yep. And the door was slightly ajar, and then we made a bunch of jokes about the door being
Yeah,
ajar
yeah.
because
Door
we're
was
the
ajar.
funniest people alive.
Mhm.
Because
Um,
we got to get that low hanging fruit, man.
Mhm.
Yep. The house is all messed up. There's stuff all torn up and all around in the
A
house.
ruckus.
So we investigate it. Xerothin and Lucius aren't very good at that because Xerothin's distracted by Upton, his best friend, and Lucius. What
Stop
was Lucius?
making best friend happen. It's not going to happen.
Lucius was distracted by knickknacks and tchotchkes.
Yes, tchotchkes.
Tchotchkes.
There we go. Yes, he's like, oh, look at the decor. It's very fancy.
Something about a Russian nesting doll, I think.
Mhm.
Xerothin,
Or
come over.
Max
Upton
made
would
a
love
joke.
this.
Yep.
But Rufus and Izzodath are busy, doing what we were sent here to do. And so Rufus finds some drag marks from like the bedroom to the hole in the floor, and Izzodath finds there's a hole under the fireplace grate to
Mhm.
go down into a lava tube. And so Rufus made out better because he found a diamond earring and he found a pearl.
Pearl.
He found
Pearl,
a diamond
yeah.
earring
It's
later.
a large pearl, even. Like, it's a nice sized pearl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't write that. I'll put large pearl. I need to put that in my
It's
Lord.
large
important
pearl.
information.
I don't know if that's an important
Probably
thing
makes
to
it
put
worth
on my
more.
Ooh, let me open my character sheet.
Mm.
Here, you guys do whatever. I'm going to put them in
Well,
this
I was gonna note that I feel like Rufus and Izzodath have had better luck with investigation because we're just closer to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can just see the things that are happening down there.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, I'm searching my inventory. Whatever. Okay, I'll close it. I'll pay attention.
And then we found some ice cream.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah, Ghoul.
See? So you thought I would say yeah, but I didn't.
Lucius's favorite ice cream, Ghoul Tracks.
Yes.
Yes. But this hole is 60 feet deep instead of 30 feet deep.
Mhm.
So
It took 6 kitties for the spit to hit the bottom.
Mhm.
Yep.
And Xerothin presented his rope for a second time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Xerothin
And then I
touched
think-
Izzy's rope with his rope.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, going back to the rope thing, I don't know why you took it so dirty, Max. When I was like, explain your rope, like talk about it in character.
You ever heard of the
It's just like-
expression pushing rope?
well, no, I understand that, but I was just trying to get you to talk about.
See, I didn't understand
like,
it until you just
tell
said
everybody
that.
that you were going to be using your rope like as a.
Well, it's because I think you said like discuss your rope or something like
Oh, yeah,
that.
I was like,
Describe
talk
your
about
rope,
your rope.
Xerothin.
Yeah, I said talk about your rope. I think.
Could you describe your
Because
rope to us?
you just kept telling us like out of character, and I was like, no, in character, talk about your rope. Like,
You have to remember that I have the mind of a degenerate.
yeah.
Well, present your rope. We're all waiting.
So I think there's going to be rope jokes the whole campaign now,
Probably.
because Sarah followed up with, "Ew, your rope is touching my rope."
Ew.
Can we pause for a second?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, I got a call. Do that.
Okay.
So just give me a second.
Kittens are napping. All is well.
Finally.
Yes, finally.
Hmm.
So tired.
But yeah, no, I was just letting you know my intentions were not dirty.
Mine are.
I am really bad about phrasing things unintentionally.
Listen, if you give me an inch, I'm going to take a mile and make it dirty.
But I
Dirty
think through
mouth.
like all these episodes and everything, I am bad about phrasing things. But I'm bad about phrasing things in everyday life too.
It makes
so,
it makes for fun content.
Yeah.
Listen, I also share that. The difference is the majority of mine are not caught on audio form.
Are we
It's
still
just
doing phrasing?
Sarah every single day of my life.
Like holes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of it as like the exposed parts. Yeah.
Yeah, the moisty hole that you put your nubby in.
Phrasing.
Phrasing.
So are we just like done with phrasing?
No. Boom, phrasing.
I say phrasing on like an every other day basis
Mhm.
because somebody will say something. I'm like,
It's usually very loud too. It's
phrasing.
Like,
Take
are
a
we
step
still
back.
doing
It is-
phrasing?
It is one of the best things to come out of Archer, and
Yes,
that's
it
really
is.
saying something because there's
Yeah.
a lot of great things that came out of Archer. Phrasing.
So we talk about our rope touching together, and then we go down a hole where we find a pile of bodies. This is a different pile of bodies from the one we found before, and it gives everyone the heebie-jeebies, except for
Yeah.
Izzodath.
Except Izzodath because she refused to go near another pile of bodies.
Mhm.
Right. So the
Which is
pile of our
probably smart.
friends didn't bother us at all. But the you know,
Fine.
but the pile of people that we don't know, we never met, and we knew were probably gone and dead to begin with when we went looking for them.
Mhm.
That really freaked us out.
It was
Mhm.
just what pushed us over the edge.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. You see one pile
Yeah.
of dead people's pieces, and you're like, "Ooh!" You see another, and now it's like a pattern.
This keeps happening.
I mean, you also had like the adrenaline of the fight and everything,
Mhm.
like leading up to the other one. This one, like yeah,
We're already a little bit wiped out. You know?
yeah. You're starting
It's
to
been
find
a
out
very-
there's missing
Mhm.
people, and you come across another pile of bodies.
Mhm.
Oh, scary.
And I have a
We
flash.
just had
Go ahead.
emotional fatigue.
So
Yes.
it mostly makes
Mhm.
sense.
I have my flashback of how my former mercenary group just got absolutely shit wrecked by this crazy cult.
that must have been a
yeah.
pretty nasty cult if it got a bunch of people like Xerothin and killed them.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's more horrifying when it was members of the actual mercenary company who did the attacking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess that's right.
Yeah.
So
The
the
most-
mercenary company was compromised by the cult.
Yes.
The most dangerous
Got
part of
it.
the cult is the indoctrination.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought it was the murder.
Oh, I mean, there was plenty of murder
Well,
that
if it's a murder
happens.
cult, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll get
I
us
mean,
flagged on YouTube. We just keep using
The
that word.
indoctrination is just an enabler for murder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Murder's an
that was a good feels memory to
Mhm.
relive again.
Real feel good episode.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
At some point in the future, Rufus is going to have a flashback of that time where he found like a freshly baked croissant on a windowsill and chowed down, and it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
No. I'll have to remember that.
That won't be used for evil. Promise.
What happened?
Do you remember me, Rufus? You stole my croissant. It's pronounced croissant.
Croissant.
Croissant. I don't know French. But I think they say it croissant because they don't pronounce any of the letters that they put in their words.
Yeah.
It's all make believe.
Yeah, half of the French language is like silent letters. I don't get it.
Saw it used against Rufus.
Apologies to any of our listeners that speak French. I'm just being silly. Your language is just as legitimate as ours, if not more.
Ours is garbage, so.
Yeah, ours is garbage. English is
realistically,
garbage.
they just spell it with all those extra letters because he look more beautiful.
Yes.
There we go.
We live in the South. We're all about ignoring letters in a word.
Yep.
I pronounce all the letters in every word. Thank you.
All of them in every word.
Every word.
All of them in every word.
Including
I
All
love
of them
those.
in air word.
Including
I
the
love
C
people.
in every-
Pterodactyls. Pterodactyls are my favorite dinosaur.
Kniffy.
Pterodactyls.
All right.
Get the
so,
Kniffy.
yeah. Pile of dead bodies. Oh, it's spooky. 3 of us have dread. Xerothin has a trauma flashback. And then Rufus braves his fear to loot. So Rufus gets in there because everyone else doesn't want to. Izzodath doesn't have dread. She just doesn't want to get near the pile. And so Rufus knows that someone's got to do it, and it may as well be the tiny orange cat. And so he gingerly steps over to the pile, finds himself a diamond earring. This is where I found the diamond earring and a potion vial with layered potions like sedimentary rock.
It's the 7-layer ghoul dip.
Yeah.
At some point that gets explained, but I don't remember if it was this month.
It was.
And
Yeah. It was right after.
was it?
Yeah.
No, because you see where you said that was it, but that we didn't have a chance to investigate the potion yet because there was a ghoul hiding behind the pile, about to go arg. And so
I'm a ghoul.
I was warned by my magic sword that is melded into my body that
Yeah,
there
it was
danger.
after the fight. I'm pretty sure
After
it was
the
after the fight. Lucius
Yeah, so
said,
in a few episodes.
yeah.
But yeah, I think it might be in the episode after the last episode of this month because I did not remember hearing that.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
This episode pretty much ended at the end of the fight,
Okay.
and so it's so stay tuned. To
I get
find
mixed
out
up because
what
I'm
is in
editing ahead.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because you don't stop at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't.
And so I stopped writing episode summaries
Mhm.
at
Yeah.
the end of this month, and so I know that we did not explain that, and it will be explained. So do not
Okay.
worry. The potion that I picked up is explained.
Spoiler.
Explained.
It's gonna
And then
be
there's this
explained.
twist where we're lying, and then the next episode, the potion gets shattered, and we never find out what it is.
Mhm.
You're not supposed to tell them that. It's supposed to be a surprise.
Oh no, that was a joke. We explain what the potion is.
Well, way to destroy the mystery. I hope you're happy.
I am. I'm very happy. So we, Rufus, jumps away before the ghoul can attack him, and yells "ghoul," and then we roll for initiative because it wasn't able to surprise us. Rufus goes.
My first time forgetting how surprise rounds work, and in that your sword doesn't allow anybody
Nope.
to
not
get
a single
surprised.
As long as
person.
we're close.
Within like 30
soon
feet.
I will figure it out and remember it, but not yet.
Yeah, and until then, I will just remind you every time it happens,
Mhm.
and you'll have to take back all those things you were going to do to us. Rufus is first, but he's scared, and he can't move towards the pile because I can't roll, and so I can't attack the ghoul, and so I just hide underneath people the whole fight.
Yep.
And everyone I hide under Xerothin, and he immediately runs forward towards the guy.
I don't know
and
what
he
you
beats him
thought
up.
was going to happen. It's like, oh,
I mean,
Xerothin?
the ghoul,
Enemy.
the ghoul had the ghoul went to attack Lucius, but then you jumped out from away to protect him, and then you hit that guy further away, so I still couldn't get to him. And so then
we're gonna say that's protecting and not Xerothin trying to hog a fight.
right.
And also,
but it
you
did,
just keep failing the saves to move forward.
Yeah.
I kept failing the saves to move forward. So the ghoul attacked Lucius, but Xerothin blocked it, and then it went to attack Xerothin, and Rufus went meow or something, and it missed.
Xerath. Oh, never mind.
Xerothin takes kill stealing very seriously. Like, bro, you stole my kill.
Yeah, what of it? Izzodath does Shillelagh for the first time, and bonks him with the stick.
I'm sorry. How'd you say that?
Shillelagh. I don't know what you guys are doing.
There's
I'm just
only
saying
one
it.
way to say shillelagh.
Really, because you
And
just
it's
said it the way I say it.
Sha-la-la-la.
You said it the wrong way just now.
I will never make that mistake again.
I won't ever say it the way you say it. So then
Not
Xerothin
that
hits it
way.
with the hammer arm. Lucius misses with his guiding bolt, unfortunately.
I
Rufus
was
hides
not
under.
guiding very well.
No.
No,
wasn't.
no,
bolt hole
no bolt
this
holes
fight.
this time.
Nope.
No bolt holes.
I mean, there
Rufus-
was a bolt hole like in the wall or something. but,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't
But
help us
Rufus
much.
hides under Izzodath, and then Izzodath hides under Izzodath and is like, I'll protect you, Izzodath. Meanwhile, Izzodath is like bonking this thing like crazy the whole fight. The ghoul gets more hits on Xerothin, but then Izzy bonks him twice. Xerothin gets a hit and a miss and does a big roar that does nothing.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Lucius heals Xerothin with an
Attaboy, Barnabas.
Attaboy, Barnabas.
And Izzy's stick is like a broomstick handle,
Yeah.
right?
No, it's her.
Oh,
It's her
it's not.
quarterstaff. I
Oh,
joked
quarterstaff.
that it was
Okay,
like.
okay.
I joked that it was
Okay.
like a broomstick when we came out of the closet. But she has a quarterstaff, or
Oh, okay.
I called it a walking stick, but it's essentially
Okay.
a quarterstaff.
All right.
Doesn't have edged into the side of it. Only friend.
Probably.
like
That's
other
not
weapons
true
for your
because
other
Rufus is
characters.
right there.
Mhm.
Rufus is your friend, ride or die.
Hopefully not that second part.
I mean, I come back. Um,
Only 8 times though.
but yeah, Lucius heals Xerothin, and calls him Barnabas, and then I jokingly yelled out, good job, Barnabas, or something like that, because I thought that was hilarious, and it
Yeah,
almost
it's
made
nice
Adam
to
spit his
you two
water.
getting along.
Rufus still can't get him, so he hides under Lucius instead, because Lucius is not going to move forward.
Nope.
And then, let's see. Ghoul lunges at Izzy, bites her forearm, and rips some of her vines off.
Mhm. I worked very hard to cultivate those.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Mhm.
to grow them back.
She hits back twice with her bonk stick, successfully bonking him with all her might.
Mm-hmm. Also has 2 attacks for a druid. Very unusual.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That
Because
didn't
of other
matter. Then.
factors.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was not a thing. And so I wasn't surprised.
That is in fact a thing. So Scruff McGruff takes a bite out of Vine, and then what happens?
And then Xerothin hits the ghoul in the head and caves his head into his chest cavity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You asked me.
Hooray!
You just asked me to read what I wrote. That's
Yeah,
what you did.
That's what I did.
You wanted me to credit Xerothin
Yes.
with the kill.
Mm-hmm.
With a nice big splash.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just
And then
accordions
Izzodath
back
is
out.
very upset by the whole fight and the murder. And Xerothin gives her like a lecture on like, if you're gonna kill people, you have to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong
Relish
with
in your
you?
kills.
I enjoyed the role play and the acting there between that interaction because Sarah's like dry heaving and everything for Izzy.
Listen,
Yeah.
don't step up to the killing phase, half-assed. You go kill, you go do a kill.
Why
I
don't
might-
you love killing
I
like
think
me?
I have more kills than Xerothin does anyhow.
It's true. At this point, yes.
The little cartoon cat does too. You know, because I just regularly disembowel things,
Mm-hmm.
cut their legs off.
completely off.
Yeah. Nice cat. Good cat.
and get
And
covered in
that's
blood.
the end of the thing. That's why we didn't get to the potion.
Yeah.
Woo.
So let's spend the next 2 hours speculating what the potion is.
I think it's dirt pudding. You know, like when you put like chocolate pudding and crumbles.
So it was
And
made
stuff.
by a ghoul child.
Mm.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, no, it wasn't made by a ghoul child.
How do
But
you
like,
know?
but like
The potion
kids,
was on the dead bodies, not on the ghoul.
How
mean,
do you
maybe
not
they
know the
left it
ghouls
there.
left it?
yeah, maybe that was the ghoul father. It's like, oh, my ghoul son left his dirt pie vial. I gotta go
He's just
get
like-
it. He spent
No,
all
he's just
day
gonna be like,
making that.
I'm just gonna leave it here on this pile of bodies, and I'm just gonna tell him I drank it.
yeah.
I don't want it. I don't like dirt pudding.
It's icky. It's not full of dead people.
But yeah, that's it. That's the whole summarizing of the past month.
Yeah.
Oh, what a month!
Yeah.
Eventful month this time.
Mhm.
mhm.
It was.
Now I want the faithful listeners to remember this. Anytime, and this is true for multiple campaigns now, the party starts to go further down in elevation, only good things happen.
Oh, yeah.
Only
Love
good
going
things could
down.
possibly happen.
I mean, this house didn't have a basement, so we literally had to climb down the fireplace hole
Yep.
instead.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Find a way down.
Mhm.
Yep.
But Adam did learn his lesson because I don't know if he has described a wall since that first campaign when we were in that basement.
Oh yeah, no, we're not doing the basement thing again. No,
Yeah,
no.
Never again.
No. We have imagery to assist with us this time.
You have tunnels. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And not the theater of the mind, because that is a very confusing place, depending on the mind and the place.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
our minds.
The four of our minds in the first campaign, you know.
So I
theater
describe it theater of
ended up
mind,
being
and then I'm
evil.
like, here, just so I don't have to tell y'all again.
Mhm. That quells the monkey that's in my brain hitting the cymbals, and then points to say, "Pay attention."
Can you tell me what a lava tube is again? I forgot.
It's a warp pipe.
Yeah.
We're not warping very fast.
No.
No, we are not.
We're like
Yes.
impulse warping.
Mhm.
It's like if Mario Brothers had like 20-minute cutscenes as you go through the pipe
Dog.
and went into the other. Never level.
Mario Brothers,
Pew, pew,
directed
pew.
by Hideo Kojima.
Loading. Loading.
And
Loading.
this campaign, it did kind of start off slow, but it was definitely intentional, and we're getting into the good stuff now.
Thick of it.
Into
This
the thick of
campaign
it. Into the thick of it.
tries to give a sense of like normalcy at the beginning with a few things here and there.
Gotta
But-
lull the players into a sense of comfort,
Yeah,
and then rip that rug right out from under them.
Mhm.
yeah, and
Here's a
and
couple of piles of dead bodies
Yeah, just
And like-
two.
all the
in the same day.
Just two.
all the campaigns and stuff that we are going to be playing, they don't all go like this. Some of them are very fast on getting into stuff. So,
I'm gonna play.
I
Sonic
enjoyed it.
in one of those.
like I
Gonna do
had fun
what?
with it,
Play Sonic. Gotta go fast.
Sonic, Goggle Fast.
and I hope y'all had fun with it too.
I'm still
fun
having
so
fun
far.
with it.
Mhm.
Yeah, up until this point.
Like on the ship before
I'm
the
no longer having
storm,
fun.
like it was fun. Like there was some happy-go-lucky like music with Rufus and everything.
I don't
and
get that
then-
music anymore.
No, you have not gotten that music.
You didn't even
again.
put in Mr. Mouse effects in this one. Mr. Mouse put the potion in the thing, and you didn't make him.
Does Mr. Mouse have a theme song?
Oh,
Mhm.
well, Mr. Mouse didn't talk to you. Mr. Mouse was scared.
I guess that makes sense.
What would
Maybe a
Mr.
scared
Mouse's
squeak.
theme song be?
I didn't forget.
I don't know. Mr. Mouse's theme song.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mr. Mouse never had a
regular
theme
mice
song.
don't have theme songs, so
They
Yeah,
don't?
he's just a
No.
mouse.
You sure?
A mouse without a theme song, apparently.
Mhm.
yep.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
I mean, what's Mickey Mouse's theme song? He doesn't have one.
The
he
Steamboat
doesn't
Willie
have
song.
note.
Right?
I mean, he even has one with his name. MCKEYMOUSE.
That's the Mickey Mouse Club
song.
theme song. That's not the same. Mickey Mouse is not his own club.
No, but he is the leader of the
Listen,
club that is
listen,
made for you and me.
You will speak it into existence.
I already heard Adam take it down the note.
Mhm.
It's going to happen. It's on a sticky note. It's official.
Mm.
I don't want to. What if
I'll
someone
try
goes
and tie
back
the
and looks at the
croissant
video?
and the Mr. Mouse theme song together.
The
There you
croissant.
go.
Croissant.
Those sticky notes
Croissant.
are
The croissant. Our French speaking listeners, please come into the Discord and record yourself saying croissant the correct way,
Or
so
baguette.
that we know.
I still have sticky notes that I wrote down in the middle of other Morons episodes.
You take notes.
Yeah, when Adam loves something, you learn to hate it.
It's true. That's still
That was
rings true
That was
today.
that was like from the first or second Morons.
Which one of us said that? Was
I
it
don't
Max?
remember.
It was Max.
So,
I think that was Max. That definitely sounds like a Maxism.
That's a Max line.
Oh, this one's from Dread Tech. It's fast food reviews in a van with motion.
Mm-hmm. That was discussed in episode because I remember listening to that episode.
Yeah.
I should listen to Dread Tech at some
It's
point.
good.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I don't listen to podcasts, so I don't know if I've ever
So
mentioned that
bad.
before.
I don't really listen to podcasts except for ours.
I mean, that's true.
Because ours,
Yeah, I don't
because
listen to
ours are the
anybody else's.
best, obviously.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. I'm one of our biggest listeners. Really? Because I think I'm hilarious. And so I listen back and I'm like,
love
man, I'm
you.
funny.
Laughing at your own jokes.
I laugh at my jokes all the time. It's great. And then my wife laughs at my jokes, and it makes me feel good. So I make her listen
Makes
to
you feel
it
like I've
over and
done
over
something.
again to laugh at my
again,
jokes
laugh
more.
again.
I try to listen to other podcasts, and I do here and there, but I enjoy so many different types of media that it's hard to stay
I can't
on top
listen
of.
to
anything.
other D&D podcasts.
They don't do it as good as we do.
I don't think so, but
I don't. I listen to. I listen to them and I'm just like, it's not us. It's not as fun. Sorry,
There's
other
not enough
podcasts.
Victor Stodge in this podcast.
Yeah.
I was never a podcast listener to begin with because I'm such a music person. So if I'm in the
Mhm.
car, all I'm listening to is music. But then I started listening to Mike's Monsters and then Ethereal Embrace, and I've been keeping up with Isfet. I've listened to all of Dread Tech.
So you're like a
It'll get you
creative
hooked.
typo fangirl.
I am.
She started as a creative typo fangirl.
yeah.
How do you think she ended up here?
Yes.
Just weaseled my way in.
Welcome.
Well, we don't have any questions, so we can
Aw.
skip that segment.
Yeah, no questions.
I
No
have
questions. How
consumed
dare
media,
you.
and I would like to talk about it.
Tell us about the things you have consumed
Yeah.
lately.
So Sarah and I recently watched Dune Part 2.
Yes,
Loved it.
Mhm.
it was good.
I haven't
Awesome
seen
movie.
it yet. Don't spoil it for
I-
me.
I thought it was good. I didn't think it was as good as the first one.
What? I liked it so much
Yeah.
better than the first one.
I know. I like the so the thing I didn't like about it was just the pacing.
Hmm.
And that's really it. I mean, there wasn't
Yeah.
anything like nothing. There were no set pieces. There's some dry moments of acting, but outside of that, it was cool.
Yeah.
To me, it felt like a typical second, like a number 2 in a sequel line, because like you can
Mhm.
tell they were just gearing up for what's going to be number 3,
Yeah.
And probably
it,
4.
It felt a little bit more like filler, but I felt the same way about think about like Pirates of the Caribbean. You know, that was an epic saga of movies, but the second one didn't hit as hard because it was setting you up for like the third one. And I feel like there's been so many sequels like that where the second one's just not as good, but then the third one punches you in the face.
As our friend Gladden would say, like the second movies are always pointless. Nothing ever
Yeah.
happens in them.
Stupid Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, I was
Do
about to say,
something.
Empire Strikes
I don't
Back
agree
is
with that
definitely
sentiment,
the
but
I don't
exception
agree
to
with
the
that
rule.
either. Yeah.
I don't agree with that sentiment, but that's his take on it.
Godfather 2.
absolutely
Why do I care
hated
about
Two
Vito
Towers.
Corleone? Tell me more about Michael Corleone now.
Like literally his entire thing with Two Towers was it's like they still haven't gotten the ring to where they were going. What's the point?
What are you doing?
Neither of those towers are where they want to go anyway.
God, man, Harry Potter's gonna be a really disappointing experience if he starts watching that. He hasn't graduated
Whatever.
yet.
Oh my god. But yeah, otherwise Dune 2 was great. It was a great movie. It had the same epic feel as the first one. Just to me felt a little bit more filler than.
Yeah, I feel like both of the movies could have been combined, which they are the first book. Both the movies are the first book. So I feel like one could have been shortened drastically and two could have had a little bit more time spent on some of those scenes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely,
that's
but
kind
just
of-
Watch
watch
the
it.
David Lynch Dune.
Yes, definitely watch the David Lynch Dune.
Yeah,
But
which
that's
it also
definitely kind
ends
of the
where
way
this
that things
movie
end up
ends.
happening.
So,
And it also when you start breaking up like other works in weird ways.
it's a hard book to read to begin with. Just
No, I can't understand what the people are saying in the movie. So I can't imagine reading it on the page.
it's really good. Like I enjoy reading the book, but it's hard to read and it's also really hard to translate to like a video media. I think so. It's either you love the movies or you hate them.
I liked
even
the first Dune
one.
movie.
Yeah,
It was still a little confusing though.
it was very confusing. Yeah.
On an unrelated note, I finally watched The Wicker Man.
Oh yeah,
Not
The
the
original?
bees.
the bees.
No, the original.
Oh, the original.
Oh.
Oh. Damn it. Had my
Yeah,
hopes
the original
up.
from 1973 with like Christopher Lee in it.
Oh.
Yeah. No, it was good. You guys should watch The Wicker Man, the original one. I need to see the other one
Yes,
because
you
that
do.
one
the Nick
seems
Cage
like
one.
it's nuts.
Yes.
But the original was very good.
The bees.
It's very unsettling. You know, I don't want to give away the plot. Let's see, what else did I watch this month? I watched Alien 3.
Hell yeah! What'd you think?
Oh.
Oh, I've seen it before.
Oh, okay. You just watched it again.
He just watched it again.
I watched it again, and I really like it. Alien 3 is
Great
great.
movie.
You know,
Alien 3 gets a lot of flack, and I don't.
well,
I don't
that's
think
because
it should.
the theatrical cut is not very good.
Mhm.
The special edition that's on the DVD or the Blu-ray or whatever you have, that's the one to watch.
Yeah.
And it's not like, you know, Aliens where you could watch either one and they both have like a benefit, you know, or whatever. The only benefit the theatrical has is that it's like 40 or 50 minutes shorter.
Mhm.
So if you're in a hurry, you know,
Sure.
you can watch Alien theatrical. But the themes that are in that movie work a lot better on a slow burn, where they're able to be fleshed out and stuff like that. It's not a perfect movie. It's not as good. The way I described it to someone was that it's not as good as Aliens. Aliens is a much better movie.
Aliens is also a different kind of movie too.
Well, yeah, it's a different kind of movie, but Aliens is a better movie. It's better put together for what type of movie it's supposed to be. Aliens is much better executed than Alien 3 because David Fincher didn't get to do what he wanted to do, and the studio took the movie away from him, and he just disowned it and all of that.
Mhm.
But Alien 3, I felt was a more interesting movie. It's got more going on. It's more thoughtful. It's more, you know, it's more introspective. You know, the themes are a little less obvious. You know, and so you have to think about it. And so that's why I would recommend Alien 3.
Have you seen the low budget remake of the original Alien trailer by a YouTube group called Cardboard Movie Company?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in the chat.
no.
Should watch this. You will think it's amazing with the level of detail they do with their low budget antics. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
I'll also put it in the general chat so people can see it too.
So,
I'll
so
also-
that you can go back after you listen to this and see it
Yeah.
like days in the past.
Yes.
Books, TV, and other hobbies.
Yes.
I'll also give one more sort of anti-recommendation. I also watched a movie called This Means War this month. And what it is,
that one.
is it's an action romantic comedy directed by McG. You know that director? that directed
McCheese?
For like
Mayor
No.
McCheese?
Mayor McCheese.
just McG. I don't know. This guy directed a lot of movies in the 2000-ish area, 2010-ish area. It stars Chris Pine, Tom Hardy, and Reese Witherspoon.
I haven't seen that one.
Okay.
And
It's
so
an
here's the
interesting
plot.
one.
Here's the plot. Chris Pine and Tom Hardy are CIA agents, and they are best friends. They hang out together. They work together. They love each other. We're homies.
Mhm.
And you know, they go on this mission and they kind of half screw it up, and the bad guy gets away, and he's like, I'm gonna kill those guys because I don't like them. I am generic villain man. I don't even know this villain's name. It was not important to the movie. And then Tom Hardy wants to date, and so he joins a dating app, and Reese Witherspoon's friend Chelsea Handler
Yes.
makes a fake dating profile on the app for her. Tom Hardy goes on a date with her, and then Chris Pine runs into her through serendipity, and so she ends up dating both of them. So then they're competing to see who she'll like better, and they're not supposed to interfere, but of course they use their CIA connections to spy on her and each other in order to try to gain an advantage in the dating stuff. And the movie's exactly how it sounds.
Like, it's just another in a long line of like rom-com type things where people act like absolute creepers, and
Yes.
it's portrayed as if it's romantic.
Right. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite part of that about that movie, because it's been years since I've seen it. I think I caught it
It
on
came out
TV
in
one time.
2012.
Yeah. Chelsea Handler's sitting like, I think, half drunk in Reese Witherspoon's like living room floor or something like that, and she's trying to talk like, who do you like better, and finally screams sex off, because essentially she's telling Reese Witherspoon to have sex with both of them to see who she likes better. And I just remember sitting there like,
Wow.
You know, normal
None of this is
conversations
great.
had by normal people.
I was like, none of this is great. This is all problematic.
Although the least believable part of the entire movie was that Chelsea Handler was a happily married woman.
With children,
With
like
children.
several young children.
That's the least believable part of the whole thing. And so if that sounds like the kind of movie that you would like to sit down and hate watch, then knock yourself out.
Have at it.
If just all of the romantic comedy tropes make you go aw and you love them, then you'll probably enjoy the movie. But all three of the leads are much better actors than this movie is.
Yes.
This Means War. Directed by Mick G.
McCheese.
Not
Mayo
Mayor
McCheese.
Not McCheese.
I can't not hear Mayor McCheese when you say that.
Oh no!
So
So
basically, now that you're doing that, Adam, you need to make some character in the campaign also sound like Mayor McCheese. Double points if it's the actual mayor.
If only we hadn't met Upton yet.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Well, he's not the mayor.
That could have been the voice for Magister
Elwiggy.
Elwiggy.
Magister Malwiggy.
See? Oh, perfect.
Well, on the trope of being creepy and spying on people, if you haven't watched You on Netflix,
Oh God.
please do. So the whole point of it is it's kind of a social commentary on people using social media, stalking, and otherwise to like creep their way into people's lives, typically for romantic purposes. But it is like such a thriller. Like, it keeps you on the edge of your seat. The main character is just enigmatic. Like, you want to watch him, you want to root for him, and then he just does the most awful, horrible things. And then you're just like, why, buddy? Why'd you do this? And then the season ends, and then it starts again, and he does the same shit over again. You're like, oh, he's learned, he's changed.
He's changed. He's good now.
And then he does
No.
the same shit again.
For me,
It's so good, though.
It's really good.
I watched the trailer for it. I cannot watch things like that because of an ex. Because I was like, oh, this looks cool. Everybody's talking about it being
It
good.
is
And then I watched the
incredibly
trailer,
intense.
and then I'm like, I got PTSD from this kind of shit, so I'm good.
I mean, it's about obsession. It's about
Yeah.
Yes.
like just absolute obsession. There is stalking. There is, manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
There's
severe manipulation. Good God.
Yeah.
It's just good, wholesome, down
it's such a great feel good show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's really good. And the 5th season is coming out sometime this year, and I'm so ready for it. But it's good. It's if you like to be on the edge of your seat and you enjoy these really kind of dark mysteries, it'd be for you.
Adam, if you'd rather watch This Means War, I'll let you borrow the
I'm
DVD.
good on that.
I was gonna sell it, but the secondhand store didn't buy it when I when I like put it in the basket.
They're like, we don't
they
want
gave it
that
back
shit.
to me.
We don't want
They
this.
didn't. They reject some stuff. They don't
Oh,
buy
I
everything
know.
because not everything can be. And it came back to me.
Yeah.
And then my wife found out that I tried to trade it in.
My month has been
Got in
easy
trouble.
because I haven't really watched anything. The only thing I've done is I did pick up Dropout, which Richard has been recommending to me for like a year now. But
so
I watched shorts from Dropout shows and the Tommy Shrigley clips on YouTube. If just like I was like, I gotta watch the whole interview. Like, I don't mind supporting these people. Plus, there's a lot of shows that I want to watch on there. And started it with Tommy Shrigley, and then I've been going back and watching Paranoia and Dimension 20 and Game Changer, and I'm loving it. And what I'm mostly working on podcast stuff during my free time, and I have
What are some podcasts
drawing.
people should listen to?
Ours?
Just kidding.
I could list a few.
Sorry. Yeah, no, you've been drawing. I've seen them.
No, I've been working on podcast stuff, not listening to podcasts. But I have been drawing while watching Dropout because it's not something that I have to like fully focus on at the time, and I could draw at the same time on the drawing
I
pad.
often cook while I'm like listening to things on Dropout because a lot of the content, like you get a lot of like it just from listening.
Like this show.
Like this show. Yeah. But like there's definitely a lot of like the game changer things that like I mean while you can glance over, see what's going on here and there, like the main thing is really like what's being said.
Yeah. So yeah, and I've given myself a challenge. I'm drawing a character from Microphones and Monsters every day. So I'm starting with the PCs for the current campaign, then I'm going to do the PCs for the first campaign, and then I'm going to start cranking out NPCs. And I'm doing them in like a spooky stick figure kind of style because I'm not good at drawing, but I'm having fun just developing.
Well, they look very
This.
appropriately spooky.
They do.
Well, I mean, he hasn't drawn Rufus yet.
I am halfway
isn't
done with Rufus, actually.
Oh,
But does he look
Ooh.
spooky? He shouldn't
He-
look spooky.
that's too damn bad.
He is.
Rufus
He
isn't
looks
a
happy.
spooky. Oh, good.
Spooky people can be
That can't
happy.
be spooky at all.
Rufus
But no,
isn't
everything is
spooky.
going to
He's
have like
good
a
boy.
spooky feel to it. So, yeah. It is a horror
Rufus
show.
is a sweet kitty.
Oh, no, he's going to look sweet.
I mean Lucius practically looks like a skeleton, which he's not.
Yeah. He's old and he's an Azamar, and I was trying to like think of a
I
way
definitely
to
like the touch of the like really, really wispy hair in the
Yeah.
drawing.
In the world of audiobooks, again, I am on a streak of not listening to Warhammer 40K. I know, shocking. I finished the first book of Expeditionary Force, Columbus Day.
oh my god, that's my favorite series.
Yeah, I just started it. It's awesome. It's
Yeah.
good. I'm
So good.
about 3/4 of the way through the second book, Spec Ops. The story, the book is good. It gets way better once a particular character is introduced in the shape of a beer can,
Skippy.
and Skippy makes
Magnificent.
that book. Yes, Skippy the Magnificent makes that book amazing.
Yes.
It is so fucking fun. But yeah, I'm having a good time reading this, and that's also I've just been doing 40K books, and I'm running out of 40K books to listen to. So
Mhm.
I was like, I'm gonna do something different. What's different? And I just literally picked this, and they're like, oh god, this is awesome. I don't care about 40K at the moment.
Yeah. No,
So
it's
one
so
thing, one thing is a little bit different. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Hot Ones.
The hot ones.
good.
I'm
I
familiar
know.
that it exists.
It is a YouTube interview series where they eat hot wings
Mhm.
during the interview. The recent episode with Conan O'Brien
Oh God.
is absolutely insane.
Does he just
It would
like?
be because
does he
he's the same color as hot sauce.
It is Conan O'Brien. Just if you understand Conan O'Brien, just take that and run with it.
Yeah.
It's probably still mild. For
Do you
this
just watch
episode.
a very large ginger man slowly go insane as he's eating wings? Because that's what
I
I'm
don't know if
thinking
it was
it is
really
right now.
slow. I don't know if it was really that slow, but yeah.
Jeez.
Conan
was
is not a
pretty
slow burn.
fantastic.
He is just like out the gate, like
Mhm.
all the time.
The thing about Conan is he will do anything for a laugh.
He will.
Mm.
Like if
Yeah.
he thinks it will be funny, he will run it into the ground and until people start laughing.
Yeah.
What's that like?
I don't know.
I don't
What about?
understand what you're talking about.
I don't
understand
You're
this
not
concept.
familiar with this concept on microphones and monsters.
I will say the things that we do for laughs are nothing compared to what Conan
Yeah.
O'Brien does for
Mm.
laughs.
We go for the cheap laughs. He goes for the hard laughs.
See, we don't even really do anything. We just say things.
Mhm.
Well,
I'm just-
you
just-
watch
I'm
just riffing, man.
BugsDie.com.
I do things, you just can't see them.
I can see them right now. I'm in fact looking at them right now.
The things that you're doing.
Yes.
Look at all the
right there.
things.
Look at you just
All
did a
the-
thing right now.
Yep, that was the thing.
You see? Yes, he's still doing it.
guys
This will
can't
be
see my
so. This
dance.
will be so much less funny once we
And-
end up committing to doing videos.
Yeah.
You know, also, I
That's an
can't believe
idea.
that nobody has mentioned this whatsoever yet, but Fallout.
So
We haven't
I have
started
not
it
watched
yet.
it.
I have
Yeah.
not started it yet.
Started it?
My
Haven't
dad
seen
has
it yet.
watched it and finished it, and he's never played a single Fallout game ever, and he said it was awesome.
Yeah, I've never
Pretty
played a
awesome.
Fallout game either, and I plan on watching it just
I have
because
played-
I heard you do not
all
have
You
of
do
to.
not need to
Yeah.
have watched
Mhm.
or have played or watched somebody play Fallout. Like it's definitely not dependent on already having an understanding of the lore.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
read that in an article. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'll watch it.
We do
Yeah.
one show at a time. So we're finishing
Yep.
up the show we're watching now, which is Eureka, which
We're
is
on the
from
Fifth season of
wow.
Eureka. Yep.
Yeah, that's
started
what,
in
like 20 years
2006.
ago.
Yep.
Yeah,
Uh,
2006.
It ran
We're watching-
2006 to 2012, and we're almost done with the final season. So if
We're
you like a
watching
good
Dexter.
nerdy
Mhm.
kind of comedy, mixed with some scientific facts.
Yeah,
Eureka's
Felicia
for
Day
you.
showed up
A
and
really good
dropped an
show.
entire Dungeons and Dragons bomb on the whole show,
Yes.
as she does.
She's welcome to come on our podcast if she
Yes.
would like.
Sure, hell yeah,
Anytime.
that'd
I
be
mean,
awesome.
yeah, absolutely. Felicia Day, if you're listening, you are welcome anytime. Just let us
If you
know.
if you're listening, what are you doing?
Why are you listening to this? You have more
Also,
important
How
things
did
to
you
do.
listening.
find out about this podcast, and why are you listening to the recap episode for the middle of
First.
season 2?
But yeah, the Fallout show's next on our
Mhm.
watch list. So probably here in the next week or two, we'll be starting it.
I'll
Okay,
watch
we can
it
talk
at
about it
some
more
point.
next month.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll have to watch it.
We'll probably finish it in a week.
No,
We're
yeah.
almost done with season 3 of Dexter, so we can pause.
So I don't
Jimmy
know.
Smitson's getting nuts.
I don't know if anybody's noticed, but every time that y'all have mentioned a celebrity, like where you're actually like talking to a celebrity here in the notes description, every time I say special thanks to that celebrity.
Do you
Of
put like
course, I
R.I.P. Meatloaf?
Yeah, I'm
in
just-
there?
I'm
that was the idea, right?
I'm
We have
just
to thank
increasing
a
our
random
SEO.
celebrity in every episode.
Yeah,
Every morons.
just broadening our SEO.
Yeah, totally.
I mean,
So
we
somebody's
could
going to be like, Felicia Day was in this? And then they're going to be really disappointed.
It's a jumping on point, right?
We
I
put-
was a Kickstarter backer for season 13 of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah.
I'm in like the credits of episode like 12 or something.
Also,
And the, like,
something that
giant,
Felicia Day was in.
giant scroll. Yeah, that's why I mentioned it.
Mhm.
Yep.
So I'm actually featured in a piece of media with Felicia's Day.
Nice.
It's just
So
literally my name in the credits.
So you can call her up.
So you know her,
I could.
Yeah, you know her, right?
I know of her.
Hmm. So what
Does
I
that
need to
count?
do is I need to watch next week or next Morons. I need to watch Under Siege again, and then special thanks to Steven Seagal and Gary Busey and Tommy Lee Jones.
I don't know if we should invoke Gary Busey. He might show up.
That's what I'm
Gary
hoping
Busey
I don't think we're
for.
prepared for that.
Crazy.
He just
But
comes
you know
up
what?
behind
Jake
Steven.
Busey? Jake Busey, if you're listening, I love your teeth. He was in Starship Troopers, so it was on topic.
Yes, he was.
And Contact with Jodie Foster.
Mhm.
Oh,
Mr.
that was a
Krabs
movie.
threw a knife into his hand.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're done with the show now.
I think we're
Oh,
done.
are we?
Yeah, after
I
the
think that
second
was
Starship
it.
Troopers reference, I think we're done now.
That's a wrap.
A Starship Troopers reference stops everything in its tracks.
It's true.
Just
As we know.
derails everything.
Because then
Just
you start
warms it
thinking
with
about
bugs.
Denise Richards' acting career, and it just all goes downhill.
Yeah. Then you think about her naked, and then oh wait, no, that wasn't. She wasn't naked in that one. That was somebody
No.
else. Can't remember
No.
her name. Yeah, Denise
the-
Richards. Oh, remember when she was an undercover
Dina-
brother?
Dina something.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was.
She was the
Anyway.
white. Okay, I'm not gonna go there.
Anyway.
Thank you all for listening to this.
Yeah.
Coherent monsters? No. Yes.
Microphones
Morons.
and monsters.
Morons. Damn it.
There's no monsters in this episode.
I disagree.
Only morons.
Oh yeah, microphones and morons.
I have
Un-
three
unless,
little monsters.
Unless you count. Unless
Three
you
little
count
monsters
Max.
right behind me.
But we've got of course, we're part of Creative Typo, so scoot on over to creativetypo.com if you haven't. If you're not aware of the other shows, then check them out. They're all supposed to be really good, I've heard.
They are.
They're all supposed to be really good. We tried, but
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
tried,
gonna be
yeah.
the judge.
There's a
You
lot
tell
of
us
talented
subjective,
people
I guess.
involved.
But
It is,
we all
it is
think
not
they're
a
good.
criticism of the other teams on Creative Typo that I haven't listened to their stuff. It is just they're all great people too. So you're welcome to come hang out with us in our Creative Typo Discord.
Yes.
You can go to watchbugsdie.com and that'll bring up Microphones and Monsters. And it's great every time. And if you don't understand the reference, listen to Campaign 1 the entire way through just in case so you don't miss it.
Mhm. And even if you know the reference, you should probably go listen to season 1 or
Just to
the
be sure.
campaign 1 as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
No music in this episode was written and produced by Marco Mazzi of Fallen
It's
Idol
true.
Studios.
Not
Yeah.
a damn note.
Nope. Did not happen.
Not that we have anything against Marco Mazzi. What's up, Marco Mazzi? If you want to come on the podcast, just hit us up.
Or just let us know how you're doing, man.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Everyone say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for watching or listen.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so
Yes.
much for listening.
So, thank you so much for watching your player as you listen to us.
Yeah.
Watching so much as you're listening.
Someday you may watch us.
Or maybe you're watching the incorrect subtitles on YouTube. If
Or
it's,
maybe you're watching me
there.
right
Mm.
now.
There are subtitles on YouTube.
Talking
yeah,
to you,
Oh,
dumb
man.
man.
it's automatic.
Oh man.
Are
You
they
shouldn't have told me
terrible?
that. We're gonna have to okay, that's everyone's new job. Go listen to the episodes on YouTube and find the worst interpretations of the things we say.
Oh,
Please
it's everywhere.
screenshot them, please.
Please
I
do
would
this.
love to
Take
see
long.
that.
Yeah, just
wanna know
post
if he
them
gets-
to us completely out of context.
Yes.
Oh god. So that's gonna be the new show where we try to clip each other saying the most horrible shit. That is a
Moist,
challenge
meaty
to
holes.
listeners. If you can clip audio tracks and just make us say horrible things, I would like to hear those.
Was I supposed to be recording this?
Thank you so much. We love you. Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Goodbye.
And now I'll end the recording because that means that I got what Max said on audio. Next time on Microphones and Monsters. I need to say something as Rufus, in that way I can get into the voice. DC 15 con save when taking more than half your HP. And now do more as Steven. Next time on Microphones and Monsters. That one was stupid. Next time on Microphones and Monsters?